Hello, my minions, and welcome to the stream. I am Kalcifer, the great and powerful fire demon, queen of hell, empress of the ethereal flame, overlord of the eternal flame. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, sorry I'm a few seconds late. I was stuffing my face. I'm still about to stuff my face. I just need everybody to understand that. Move my model a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Hello, Careless. It's been a week. But believe it or not, I actually got a lot done today. Because today I didn't take anybody's bullshit. We had kids show up today that we haven't seen since last week. And I was like, why the fuck are you here? But you may be here, but what you're not about to do is step foot into my room. No, it's fine. You gotta reset. But I literally did not allow bullshit into my room today. Like, I went, and I got my coffee. Uh-oh. Hold on. I saved the chip. I went, and I get some coffee, and I got some donuts, and I got my breakfast, and I went to work, and I turned on some lo-fi music, literally lo-fi girl, and then I just fucking chilled. My kids came in and they were like, Miss Kalcifer, can we use our phones? And I said, no, you may not use your phones. But Miss Kalcifer, all the other teachers are letting us use our phones. Can we use our phones in here? No. This is a no phone zone. So either you can color, you can get on your computer and be quiet, or you can leave. If you want to go do something, and you're gonna annoy the hell out of me because you can't do it in here, get out. So at one point, I had some issues this morning with some kids, and they were just being really annoying. And I didn't care. And then another girl came in, and she was talking with her friends, and I didn't mind that because they weren't being too terribly loud, and they were in the corner of the room and everything. And I ended up getting them to move all of my desks where they needed to be, so we stacked the desks up real early. And the reason we stacked the desk up real early is because I walked by one of the other teachers' rooms and she had done that, and she had only left enough desks out for the number of kids in her room. So what I did is I did the exact same fucking thing. So if a kid was like, can I come sit with you? Oh, guess what? I don't have fucking enough desks. I just don't. I got nothing for you. So some kids colored. Some kids talked quietly to themselves. They played on their computers. The one kid who kept begging me to be on his phone, I told him to go. Get out. Go be somewhere else where you can be on your phone. It's a no phone zone. Like, I barely got on my phone today. But I had a lot of work to do. And we chilled. And at first the kids were like, this is kind of boring. But then they really, leaned into it. I had 8 kids in my room majority of the day. And at one point in time, I mean, yeah, the kids who were in my room are kids that I don't mind because, number 1, they listen. Number 2, they always do their work. Number 3, they're just, in general, good kids. And, they're not behavior problems. They're not, they're pretty chill. And one girl came to me from her other class. I had 2 kids from another class come to me. And they were like, can we be with you? And I was like, yeah, because the class they came from, that's where everybody wanted to fucking be. So they came to me And I gave one girl a job. I was like, here, go pass out all this work to all the people that are here. I don't care what they do with it once they get it. Like, it just needs to come out of my room because I gotta get everything out. And then she, like, did all my Chromebooks for me, where she deleted, all the other, users off them so they're ready to go for next year. Like, we just fucking vibe, dude. It was a great old time. At one point, the reason I haven't signed in yet is because I'm still eating these chips. I don't know if you can tell. I'm fucking starving and I have no clue why. I ate lunch and everything. At one point, I didn't talk to the kids. What model am I? A 3D. But I didn't talk to the kids and the kids didn't speak to me. Oh, Google, I think. I mean, the girl she kept asking me for jobs to do, and I just kept giving her shit to do. And then eventually she was like, is there anything else? And I was like, girl, I'm done. Like, we done. So, oh, dude, I'm already fucking snacking. Okay, give me a second. So, and then, like, also, she sharpened all my fucking pencils for me. I don't fucking know what Chromebooks these are. I'll tell you tomorrow. I don't pay attention to their fucking Chromebooks. Well, that's a lie. I pay enough attention to the Chromebooks that they don't go missing. And so I actually have every Chromebook that I was assigned in my Chromebook cart. And the main issue there's only two main issues. One of them is missing a key. I think it's the F key. And then the other one has a crack near the Y key, and you just have to press down a little bit harder on the Y to make it work. Don't ask me how the other key came off, though. We don't know. Because I asked you, I was like, where'd the key go? Because he was the only one who was using it at the time, and he looked at me, he was like, Miss Kalcifer, I have no clue. And I was like, well, but I have all my Chromebooks. Because they told us at the beginning of when we got them, they were like, if one of these goes missing, we're taking it out of your paycheck. And I was like, oh, that's how we're playing this game. Okay. And I became a dictator with those freaking Chromebooks. 1 second. Actually, another second. BRB. I know I haven't started yet, but BRB anyway. Okay. Anyway, I'd have to look for you and tell you what brand they are, because I have no clue. I'm done with the chips. I had to go throw them away. I had to go throw the bag away, rather. So literally at one point in time, I didn't speak to these kids, and these kids didn't speak to me for an entire hour. Like, no noise was made in my classroom besides for the Promethean board playing lo-fi music and me shuffling through papers. And we just literally vibed. We vibed the whole week, the whole day. And I was like, no, I didn't, but I forgot. I need to stretch. Stretch. Whew. And water. And like I said, at the beginning of the morning, as we were moving things around, and I got done, and I was like, okay, everybody just chill. And they just, Miss Kalcifer, can we be on our cell phone? And I was like, no, we're not going to be on our cell phones. Like, at first, they were kind of like, buh, how dare. And then the one kid did actually leave to go be with his other friends and be on his cell phone. But once they settled, like, we just... My room was the room that you went to be quiet in. All day. There was absolute chaos going on around us. We could hear it in one classroom and then down the hallway and then in the other classroom next to us. And we're just like, what the heck is going on outside this classroom? But we just chilled. Like, we just fucking chilled. And then my kids refused. Like, they started not letting people in. They were like, do you want so-and-so in? And I was like, no. And they were just like, she said no. And they'd keep the door locked and stuff. Like, we didn't let anybody in. It was great. I tell you, I had 8 kids and we were quiet as fuck. Like, you could have heard a pin drop in there. Because we just... And then at one point, 2 kids came in at, like, the last hour. And I was like, hey, you're doing too much. Like, you're too fucking loud. Number 1. Number 2, you're playing around too much. If you want to go somewhere... And he was like, can I be on my phone? And I was like, oh, no. You don't seem to understand. Hello, Keef Keef. I was like, you don't seem to understand. You're not going to be on your phone in here. So if you want to be on your phone, you got to leave. Like, no phone zone. And so he just kind of chilled. Like, and his friend was, like, super quiet. And he was sitting there and he was like, oh, I see. I see. Because I was like, we're vibing in here. And the other kid was like, but this isn't a vibe. And I was like, you're thinking about the wrong vibe. This is safe. This is the safe space. This is the vibe space. We're just chilling. That's what we're doing here. So... I had a pretty okay day. Like I said, I got a lot done. I still have a lot to do tomorrow. I did not get pink slip today. I don't know if I told you guys, but this is what I like to refer to as pink slip week or slip week. Because this is about the time when people start losing their jobs. I don't know why they wait until like the week before or the last week of school to start telling people, hey, you're not gonna fucking be here next year. But they told like 9 teachers, there's only like 50 of us, I think, and they told like 9 teachers they had to leave. And I was like, dude, that's fucked up. So, I have not heard, I have not been called into a meeting where they're like, we're not rehiring you yet, but there's always tomorrow. So, good luck to me tomorrow. Anyway, I should stop. Okay, the reason I'm talking so much is because literally I haven't talked a lot today, and now I'm just blabbering. Fucking chill out. Chill out. Anyway. Look at my Graha. The sooner we can get to look at the Aether burner of theirs, the sooner we can start working out on how to improve it. Graha, this is going to be the alternate universe where you and I are a thing. I think I mentioned that, though. I think I was talking about alternative universes the other stream. And on, like, main canon, Naira is married to a woman. And then this AU, the person who was playing that character moved servers and worlds. So... naturally when that happens, you're just like divorced. And so like Naira married this person, got divorced, and then she and Graha just gradually grew closer. And now Graha and Naira are a thing, and then, you know, my other AU with my secret boy. Anyway, the Aether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is... who the fuck? Kakul Dankul, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall see you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Anyway, this is Keef Keef's character. Keef Keef's character is a dragon girl. Oh, was the dog moving? Let me get behind you. No, stop. Turn around. Yeah. So this is Keef's character. What? Jesus Christ. Chill out with your boobage. There we go. Here's Keef's. Cute. Based? Fucking lol. He's an Ara. I am a Mikote. I'm a cat girl, so he's a dragon girl. I don't believe it's just the shirt though. Move a little. Let's focus on this booba. Come on, move. Just barely. Just barely. Maybe like an inch. If an inch. Because you know I didn't do the tallest Mikote. Just short Mikote. Also, I have a donut. Fuck you! I'm not fucking short. Anyway, let me look around. Okay, so I do have this true story. Well, it's true. They do accentuate the chest, don't they? I have to do more story before the next blue quest will pop up. The fucking lol. Dude, one of my co-teachers today was messing around with the kids at lunch, and he was arm wrestling them. And when the kids was like, oh, I can beat you. And my co-teacher was like, sure. And he sat down and he put his arm out and he grabbed the kid's hand. And I looked at his bicep and it was massive. And I was like, oh my God, he could crush you with his bicep alone. And he beat every kid who arm wrestled him. I was like, dude, how do you look at this man and think, oh, I can totally beat him in an arm wrestling match? And I was like, I'd have a broken arm. Like, no, y'all are doing it wrong. You're not supposed to look at the thing that's like 10 times, like twice your fucking head size and go, I can totally take it on. No. What sense of fucking, they really do. If I stop talking and play, maybe. Did I tell you I'm also eating a fucking donut?
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Down near lost my eyebrows.
That's all of
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
His voice kind of deep for a Lalafell.
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, masterful, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse.
What? Now I have to quit?
Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace.
Oh yeah, Grahatia is like a fucking beast.
As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Don't fucking yell at Alphino.
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer.
Did I tell you guys I made tea too?
The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Fucking lol.
Do you speak of Allegan?
It's a snake
refined
cup, actually.
adamantite,
It's got a little
perchance?
snake on it. Yeah, if you need anybody for fucking for Allegan refined stuff, Graha's your dude, like legit. You remember how I was telling you that Graha was like the whole, basically like the last line of royalty of the Allegan peeps. If there's anybody who can work on some fucking Allegan technology, it is Grahatia.
You know of it?
Yeah, he's the only one who could access the tower.
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded.
Yeah, that could totally potentially fucking help here. Like, I see what you're saying, Graha, but you'll figure it out.
As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through.
Wait, there's also an Allegan ship on the moon.
Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though.
Yes, there is. It's on the
We were
moon.
fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the northern empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
That's a lie, we do.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the Queen. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Oh.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
It sounds like a job for someone else. You want me to go and fetch the whatsits?
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather,
I can do it.
if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
Oh, hold on. Hello, Thancred.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
I need to put my tea down. I had a gulp in my mouth, and he said Heaven's Ward, and I was like, dude.
This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
I gotta listen to this music in the background. Hold on.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Yeah, they didn't get hit by the...
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Find a source like that, the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
I mean, I could have gone and gotten it.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
That next seat on the forum's haunting you, isn't it, bud? It's times like these that we're reminded of how famous, or infamous, Alphino has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single Link Pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have to contact my own that might be worth a try. I have a contact of my own that might... Okay. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know, and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Y'all, eventually I'm gonna change my fucking outfit, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. Meanwhile, in Ul'dah. Uh-oh. There's some dickheads in Ul'dah. Oh, the girl in pink, this one, she's the leader. I think I've mentioned that, though.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the
No, she's not
surrounding
an
areas.
enemy.
I trust I can count on your support.
You actually save her life. Like, she will forever be a ally of the Warrior of Light because you save her life, like, a couple of times, I think. Like, there's a whole thing where you have to save her and protect her and shit like that. And it's a whole thing.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults.
I used to think this guy was a bad guy too, but he's actually pretty okay. I think it was somebody else. I don't remember, actually.
Out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Ul'dah's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Ul'dah will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ul'Namo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud, which is Gridania. Yeah, Gridania. They're also getting ready. What's that bow? There's lancers.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Oh, Lysel. I
In
figured.
that case, might I suggest taking us along?
As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, she's gonna show up.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
Yeah, Gridania's all like got the white mages and stuff. Like they don't have a good fight force technically.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
No, y'all just all the countries just rely on each other very heavily.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
What's going on with you? Oh.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
I couldn't figure out what his name was the other day. Papalimo! 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 God, that's such a tragic fucking... Ooh! Ooh, God. Y'all gotta fucking... Oh my God, you gotta play this game for Papalimo. Just like the beginning for Papalimo. Dude, Papalimo. And Horshaphon! Horshaphon's such a good character, too.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Aw, Horshaphon. No. Horshaphon and Papalino are not my secret boys. But I feel for them. It is. Dude, let me tell you, Careless, you don't understand. Horshaphon's... Obviously, it's very obvious what happens right here, right? That's a fucking grave. Horshaphon made me cry.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Horshaphon made me cry. Dragon? 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 We getting our dragons up in here? Meanwhile, in the Ruby Sea, that's over in Uthard. Yeah, that's over here.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the Divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
This is like the Asian-inspired area. With the Kappa.
Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Snake? What? Snake? Snake? Okay, but we gotta appreciate this fucking music. Time and time again, it seems that Alec and something or other are either the cause of or the solution to our problems. To think the same self-materials that once launched Dalamov will now be used to help ferry mankind to the moon. There's a poetry in that. There is indeed. I'm confident that even the deadliest of Allegan defense mechanisms are no match for our allies. At this rate, some of them might soon have as many accomplishments to their name as a certain warrior of light. Considering how much of a fuss he made at the time, I don't see why he takes every opportunity to bring it up. It was just firewood. First, the Telophary, and now the final days. No one can accuse the Ishgard contingent of backing down from a challenge. Of course, they weren't all so committed to the cause when we first set out. But after seeing the example set by you, Alphino, and the others, the change was palpable. They couldn't help but believe. What super... Oh god, I went to say it and I totally forgot how to say this word. What serendipitous irony that the remnants of the Seventh Umbral Calamity would become the keys to mankind's salvation. Never more certain have I been that Master Louis Sois watcheth over us from the ethereal sea. I pronounced his name right because I remember it's pronounced Louis Sois. Look at how that name is spelled. O-L-O-U-I-S-O-I-X. And it's pronounced Louis Sois. Hi, Kuai. What did the sea creature say to the liar? You expect me to believe that? Seriously, it's crabby how shellfish your excuses are. Though Bahamut is long gone, the interment hulks are far from safe. It could be much worse, of course. They won't have to fight their way past Marcinian dragons, nor is there any danger the Elder Primal might be summoned again. Even so, I dare say there is still a fair few Allegan creations and contraptions remaining to bar our friend's way. I hope that grandfather watches over them. Appreciate you doing all this, but I ain't getting me hopes up just yet. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantine and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to be of service? Ha! You're already done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Allegan technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. That's because my boy Graha is technically like a fucking prince. Ha! If only Master Coco knew. He called himself Coco, I think. Knew how right he was. While he and Graha establish a wrapper, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse, and if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantine. Leave it to me. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you have a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Ha! That lot need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Don't interrupt my music now. I shall endeavor to provide Master Coco with whatever information he should require. My boy Graha's got you, boo. I don't know if you know this about Graha Tia, but he's kind of badass. I guess my boy. That's one of my boys. I see that Keep has left us. Graha, for real, for real. Just kidding, he's right there. He is. He's away from the keyboard, look. Oh, I think that's the one you turn into. I think that's what that mount is. It's like a phoenix mount that you turn into. Because I don't see him on it. Yeah, he turned into it. You like how I was running past and I saw the shadow and I was like, wait, is that Keef? It is. I finished my tea. The nine-tailed fox, yeah. Should I? I don't think I do. No, I don't have that mount. Oh, I don't think I got on for the event. I think I missed that one. Yeah, I think I just did my quibs. Because I have this Firebird. It's Gloves! Hello, Gloves! It's been a while. Hello, hello, hellos. Hello, sir. Hello. I don't know if they ever will. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholaric Montanche mentioned. Let's start asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. I know, it's been a while since we've seen Gloves. Let's meet by the Aetherite once our work is done. Blue quest. Everybody shut up, there's blue quest. We're gonna fucking bypass our main quest. We gotta pick up the Chocobo Keep too, though. Hey, excuse me, ma'am. I couldn't help but notice that you've a way about you that simply screams I have an affinity for creatures of the wilds. And since I'm never wrong about such things, might I trouble you? You see, amongst the troops of trolls living in the outer circuit, I came upon one who was sick beyond measure. I took the poor creature in at once and saw him healed, of course, but when I attempted to return him to his rightful home, he flew into a panic, as if he could not bear the thought of going back. To make matters worse, the troll saw fit to escape into a den of Analas. I would go after him, but I'm so fumble-footed I'll scare him off like as not and be torn limb from the pains by those fiends. So I turned to you. Would you seek out this troll of which I spoke? I shall provide you with his favorite food, and with it you should be able to calm the piteous thing. Hopefully that will be enough to see his senses restored and for him to come hurrying back. And though I shudder to think of it, if any of those fell Anala seek to impede you or pester that troll, make those beasts regret their interference. Oh, and don't worry, you'll be rewarded for your efforts. You don't actually have to shut up when I say that. I'm just like focused. Oh look, a main story quest. We're bypassing it. He's wearing fishnets. Ah. Fucking lol. Grimmy with the glasses comes in fucking handy, doesn't it? One day I would have Grimmy adjusting his glasses. When I get my emotes done, I gotta do both Kalcifer emotes and Grimmy emotes. Look, he's returned. I can't thank you enough. I know they may not look it, but trolls are really quite intelligent. Indeed, they are an intrinsic part of the woodlands of Labyrinthos and keep it healthy and thriving. Though we've a responsibility to put down the more violent and unruly ones, most trolls, such as this one, are kind, docile things. In fact, my friend here has a chance of becoming leader of his tribe, perhaps even guardian of the forest someday. It is we who saw these creatures removed from their natural habitats and relocated them within Labyrinthos. Thus, we've a responsibility to watch over them to ensure they are well, and it would be too cruel to dispose of one simply because they're under the weather. Ah yes, your reward. Here, as promised. Now then, it's high time I saw this fellow return to the outer circuit. Farewell, adventurer. You know, I tell you what. I just made the connection in my brain, but this place is a lot like Elpis. Like, a lot like Elpis, but this is all done by machinery rather than by magic. And it's not floating islands by any means, and they don't use creation magics, but it's a oh shit. Super zoom. I'm adorable. Look at the little stars in my eyes, and my little white freckles. Cute. Anyway. In any case. Look around. Three more. And then I can fly. Helping with the arc, even with all of Master Coco's managed to squeeze out of the Aether Burner, it's still not enough apparently. And now his final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying and there'd be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan and all will be well. Fucking lol. Oh, hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Working on the Aether Burner. Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I'd choose that over my current duties, checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one will be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The Forum's got enough on their plate as it is, what with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. A lot of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Fortuno and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? Whoa. He just spawned. Oh shit. Nope. Oh, well, he fucking led me to where I needed to be. Wow. I bet you there's a sightseeing point somewhere around here. Offering to help? Well, that's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly lists of things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person after having communicated with them in such limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looming giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy like that beheaded rabbit that ran by. I know. Look, there he goes, little froggos. are all the aetherites in water? I immediately, I summon myself here, I teleport here and land and immediately get my boots wet. Though I suppose that kind of makes a little bit of sense, because wouldn't that mean that, like, whatever outside, I don't know, I'm gonna fucking read it right. Whatever outside contaminations I brought in on my feet, I just immediately wash them away. Look, it's slipping away. Totally tell who's the fucking, you know, important one. Fancy meeting you here, Naira. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is the theories itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. Oh, he just flopped. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Urianje and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? Oh shit, that reminds me. Oh my god, it's exactly what I'm wearing, but a different fucking color. Look, okay, without wearing the shorts, you can totally see the panties. Like, you can see the panties. Which is why I have shorts on. Now, they're not the best shorts, and it really doesn't kind of match in a certain way. But, you know what I'm saying? And I like the boots. So if my shorts were longer, I'd have shorter boots on. But the shorts are too short, and then it looks weird without long boots. So I have to wear thigh highs. Okay, Urianje. A tour of Labyrinthos? An uninspected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Bestway burrows, 'twould be in our best interest to have the Loroprits acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Charlian collaborators. I fear, however, that the continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Maybe thou art better suited to lead this venture. What a marvelous idea. Might we begin with that great big what's it over yonder? Ah, yes, the what's it. I shall leave its explanation to Naira. You son of a bitch. Big what's it? What's it? What? Hold on, look around. I feel like every time I get done with a story mission quest, I gotta look at my map. What? Thigh strip, thigh window? I got a hip window. See my little hip window? I don't have one over here, but I have one right here. A little hip window. Now, what? Can you imagine if I had zoomed in and you could see, like, the little bit of flesh that was, like, pinched very slightly by the shorts and the thigh high? You know how I'm talking about, like, when you see a picture of somebody. You know how, like, when you see somebody who's wearing thigh highs and, like, it's slightly indented, so, like, the skin above it is a little bit puffy? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like that. Can you imagine if they'd done that in the game? Like, obviously, no. Oh my god, Metal just walked in on me talking about puffy thighs. Will you take this? I'm done with this. He just looked at me and he was like, it's good. Oh my god. Fucking lol. Dude. Yeah. He just popped in and I was like, oh, hey. Fucking lol. Goodness me. To build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. Is that her? Search the apparatus points of interest. Okay. Well, she needs to fucking stop. Oh. It's a little hard to see from here, but it is a golden pipe connected to the... But is that a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? Get out of this chat, Metal! You said you weren't going to be in here because you don't want to spoil yourself, and this is spoiler territory. We way ahead of you, sir. And I can see through the window another pipe at the bottom. Fucking mole. This must be for purifying water drawn from below. That looks like the trees in Greatest Endsville. Hold on, it's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced, too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. Is that water I hear from inside the great big tube? It must be because of those cogs of that gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. It's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside it, too. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in the tower before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For us Lorprits, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that the people of Theris sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and stuff. How are they able to survive? And it's always near water. I mean, both are correct. So wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it for far more than we anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. Some of us drink way more water than other people, just a heads up. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtain their water in the first place. Master Alphino spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through Logsting to Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Lorprits will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlie and Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice the many dangerous-looking creatures with big, nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not escorted here by burly custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many hungry predator with aforementioned big, nasty teeth, Lorprits may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to the logs, whatever the fuck? For my part, I shall act as escort to living way and cooking way. I entrust singing way and growing way to thy care. Leave it to me. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. It it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, growing way. To the water extraction, what's it? Fucking lol. Wow, we saw the bomb-ass music playing. Anyway, buy the fucking game. Actually. Hold on. Everybody hold the fuck on. I gotta scroll in a chat somewhere. This is the wrong chat. Scroll. Everybody, hold on. Hold on, I'm scrolling. I found it. Minions, have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, which has an expanded free trial that you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn, and the award-winning Heavenswarm and Stormblood expansions up to level 70 for free with no restrictions on playtime, now available on Xbox Series S and S as well as PlayStation 4 and 5. Sign up and enjoy Eorzea today. Just search it. Fucking lol. No. No search. Scroll in chat, because it's somewhere in a chat. But for real, this fucking game's free up to level 70. You can just call him Cap or Spradling. The unsponsored ad read. I know. Unsponsored. We're not actually sponsored. Not only that, but it took me 2 hours in Character Creator. I will go back and show you guys Character Creator if that's what it takes. Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction once it is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. Also, I think... Graceful can probably tell me, but is there currently a recruit a friend event going on? I know there's currently a bring them back thing. Your potato brain can't handle MMOs anymore. Well, listen, it's a lot of fucking fun. I mean, look at that mount. Keef, get your ass down here. It just ended? Shit. Well. Tragic. I can't get up there. There he is. Let me see this mount. No! Be the mount again! Damn it. Actually, wait. Like, look. You can be a cute dragon girl. Or a cute... We're actually the same fucking color. Did you realize that? I think I did just now. Anyway, look at this mount. This is him turning into the mount. That's a turn into the mount. It's kind of cool. You know what I miss? Specifically, there is a mount that I think about often from World of Warcraft. I don't have this mount, tragically. Anyway, there's this mount from World of Warcraft that I think about often because it was one of my favorite mounts. And the only reason I got it is because of a recruit a friend or like an invite a returning player kind of thing. Oh, the Mog friend station code is always up. Ooh. Doesn't the Mog Station friend code, when you give it to somebody, doesn't that allow them to get double experience as they play? Isn't that what that means? But anyway, there's this mount in World of Warcraft, and I love this mount. I got it from the returning player event that happened, and I think about it very often. But you ended up turning into... You turned into the mount, and then your friend would ride on your back. And it was an obsidian mount. It was an obsidian cat mount. And I fucking love that mount. I use that mount all the fucking time. Badass. Which reminds me, standing here like this. Portrait. Oh. My outfit changed. I forget how to fix it. How do you fix it? No, you actually can't ride on my back in this one. It was a WoW thing. But I wished it. I wish you could get it here. Oh, that's why. Update. That's how it did it. Okay, portraits. There we go. Now the ears are there. How cute. There are 2 Fat Choco mounts. Also, I have... There's one Choco mount. This motherfucker can fly here. Fuck that guy. I have that Fat Choco. When you walk, it's a Grishel green, and then when you fly, it's a piece of cake. Keef, fly again real fast so they can see the piece of cake. Because it changed. Yeah, look, it's a piece of cake. Stay still. God damn it, you could just hover. Oh my god. Thank you. Like, see, it's a piece of cake. Oh, there you go. It's a piece of cake. So mine's a Grishel green on the ground, and then when they fly, it's a piece of cake. He's trying to get the cake. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Fat Choco. There's also... You could ride this one with me. This is a double-seater. It's the Marriage Chocobo. Fucking roll. I think... Then you can also get the Black Choco. A little carrier Choco. But you could also just turn your Choco... Keef. Your Chocobo. Like your actual Choco. What color is your Choco again? Yours is gray, right? You have the gray Choco. I think so. I think you have the gray Choco. Yeah, not that one. Yeah! Keef has the gray. Keef has a gray one too. See his little ash gray Choco. Mine's blue. And then I have a nice one. I got my little dragon. Yeah, see, Keef has the gray Choco.
Look!
Gray Choco. And Metal has a purple Choco. have a blue one. I considered changing the color. Stretch! Stretch, he is very dapper. Water. And then, I wish Metal was on because he's got a cool, I have this guy. This guy's badass. This is a Sin Eater. And of course, we can't go wrong with the one I actually paid money for. Nixia. Wait. What? Oh, I think I know that. I think I knew that. I have this guy. Hold on, wait. I gotta show Careless his favorite so far. He likes this one a lot. There's a costume and an emote. Hold on, my story's here. I need more blue quests to pop up, so I gotta do some more story. Oh yeah, you have the little one. How'd you get this one? I forget. The little Fenrir. Look at this one, Careless. There you go. Oh, is this the MGP one? It's one of the MGP ones. So you gotta pay. You gotta do gold saucer stuff. Speaking of gold saucer stuff, my friends, I bid you welcome to Logsta Alpha. Our destination do lieth at the top. Lift top. Pray, follow me. I think so. Go up. Okay. Marvelous, simply marvelous. This is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. You're all very lucky that Theories just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out that way because of the available sources, I wonder? Either way, it's something short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. No blue question. Interested, though. Hold on a second here. Would these be better for this outfit? This way here. Because I am not wearing those. This thigh or these thighs? I don't know. No, I don't like the way it looks. Never mind. Whoa, hello. Look at the dragon bitch. Ass. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Merrill Argonomics. As I imagine Singing Wayne and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus, wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Urianger was telling me about. Even his incredibly vivid, if a bit too verbose, descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention the theories will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let us brook no further delay. Can you imagine if this game didn't give you a free mount and you had to like wait until you had the money for it, like in Warcraft? I do miss Warcraft sometimes though. Mainly because I grew up with it. This is the place, yes. The Hedi or Hebe aroma was enough to guide me here, and I spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our condominium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves to a farmer's crops without permission are often caught and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's... He just made a fucking Peter Rabbit reference, and I just glanced over it for a second. He just made a fucking... Okay. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with a few samples. Come on, creepy boy. What a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down here up there, first on the moon, then on whichever star the Forum decides will become our new home. Wait, why does the Forum get to decide which... I don't like that part. Check out the grapes. It's so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in their new environment, so many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So, where to begin? What about the grapes? Unless there's a duck somewhere. Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes. Let's see if they're delicious as they look. So sweet, so sour. The taste is much like a right philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. They're squapes! The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Well, it's certainly given me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion on grapes? I mean, for me, myself, and I'm not a big grape fan. Meh. Meh, an expression of indifference, I assume. In all fairness, our compendium didn't note that they are valued more as an ingredient for spirituous beverages rather than as our fruit for regular consumption. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next street. Yeah, they used to be a bit more detailed. You're not supposed to look at it too closely. Anyway, is there a fucking duck somewhere around here? A little lemonade stand. I see no ducks. Moving on. Orange by name, orange by nature. I like oranges. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. Yes, that's, equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Uriange upon expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices. And each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are in my estimation, let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in that field over there. You're not gonna ask my opinion on the fucking oranges? I used to buy oranges and then I would sit after dinner. Who's texting me? Oh. And then I would sit after dinner and I would peel and eat my orange, and that was like my after dinner routine. It was just to sit and eat an orange. They asked me about the grapes, then it asked me about the fucking oranges. The color, the texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrots? No, in any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste. You're gonna eat a giant ass pumpkin raw? Blech, it's so hard and flavorless. I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That all but confirms it. There is nothing more than the misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Stop, stop, stop. Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find that it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. What's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. And above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. I might have a slight allergy to pumpkin, by the way. Then perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. Though I wonder if there is anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Yellow fruit? Yellow fruit? I swear to God, is it a banana? No, what is it? What the fuck? What a wondrous fragrance. With luck, it'll have a flavor to match. As I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. My tongue, is this poison? A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so strange, similar to an orange, be so revolting? Ah! It may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I'd best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's save for our farewells and return to the others. No, actually, you're not annoying me. I mean, occasionally Rain and Techno just fucking pop into the screen. Just fucking randomly. Techno's probably lurking around somewhere. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with the grapes and oranges. Less so the pumpkins, though I learned the hard way that they're not to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon, the deceiver. I still feel so violated. First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth in more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity too. Oof, a bit sick up. Come up there. Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin. Do your worst. Oh my god. Keef was hiding the fucking Loraprit. This is delicious! Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I've never would have guessed this vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemons in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we're to survive. Strength of will. Now I know what Heidelin sees in your kind. Mankind, the Loraprits, we were both born with the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. 'Tis the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet, civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quests, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What, then, is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. To be content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. God damn, that was pretty fucking insightful to end with. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Pardon my Eorzean, but what in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? Cooking Way, at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be enough room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many Aetheri species as possible if you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has been highly productive. Probably. Let's go see if Uriancha and the others have run out of the machinery to inspect, shall we? Ooh, my wrist hurts all of a sudden. I am earthbound, aren't I? I'm walking bound. I only need 3 more. Also, I'm gonna try not to go over 3 hours because I do still have to pack for my trip tomorrow. I've not done that. And somebody tell Metal I said it's girl dinner. I didn't tell him when he came in. I gotta go to my little sister's graduation, remember? I told you. I've been talking about this. I don't know. I don't know what time I get off work tomorrow. I think I get off work at 3 unless I can swing like an hour or two early. And I have to let my sister know. I was just gonna say it's girl dinner time. I didn't lay anything out. Hell yeah, it's girl dinner. Hi, Yuri. So girl dinner is basically when you don't know what to fucking you want. So it's like when you don't know what you want, so you just kind of like munch on whatever the fuck. It's basically a fend for yourself night, but we've been calling it girl dinner. It's a girl dinner night. That was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for their cuisine? Ooh. The funky says noodles. With that, I had time to visit. The more I learn of theories, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Heidelin orders are to free, not to resist. If only there was some other way. Oh, boo, we working on it, I'll tell you that fucking much. I need more fucking blue quests! Nay, I trust thy time at the marrow, whatever the fuck, agronomics did bear fruit. Our own efforts, too, were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight, unless time is of the essence. Let us return to the Charlie and handle it forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every lore print there, should further questions within my power to answer arise. Aww. Oh. Poor girl, anyway. Actually, I don't know why I got on this when I gotta go down here. Are you following me? Yes, Nair, that was indeed me verbalizing aside to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data of theories at Logston Alpha, that's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that? Gasp, I say. Well, this star's so wonderful, it's come as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise. To assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy for their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Thancred. How dost thou fare? I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death. And we could hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Perhaps not. Though aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Me? Be of use to people? I'm honored that you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone mopping the Western Plaza that looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. Which is a good place as any. Come. Mopping the plaza? Is it in a building? No. Mopping the plaza in the rain. Oh, can I help you? It is you who would help me? Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray, tell us thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. Yeah, my back itches. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say of the ship, that it's the sum of decades of Charlian ingenuity, that it's built with peerless Allegan technology is all true, but I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never before launched a star-bearing vessel, let alone flown it in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard for the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us, then what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the Afterburner's design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with those most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but well... Maybe you could tell me if there are any specs of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks, for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a sepitothermal spell, I don't know how to say that fucking word, spell to regulate the environment, but what if it's not strong enough? And what if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Ah, gravitation. Maybe I can help after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of one great big cosmos rather than separate places. I suspect both parties should all find comfort in this conversation. God damn, I have to look up at you. Yet if Thancred's tale is true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might I prevail upon the Loroprits to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Theres and learn more about them while we're at it. Full glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Naira, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek thee out the distressed and apprehensive and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here that I might introduce each to a suitable Loroprit. Leave it to me. Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Loriprit and every Loriplit in their place. I can't say the fucking word half the time. Boo. Ooh, my fucking back itches. Hold on. Alright, any blue quests? Blue. Fucking nothing. "56 bunches of wheats on the ground, 56 bunches of wheats, rip one out, add to the mound, 55 bunches of wheats in the..." Yep, I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was in need of a little break, you see, but then I found myself unable to relax at all, so I went on a walk, and then I noticed these weeds, and... pleasant conversation partners, and oh, so fuzzy. Goodness me, that does sound like a much better way to relax. My students the other day looked at me and they were like, "Miss Kalcifer, do you smoke?" And I was like, "No." And they were like, they looked at me and they were like, "You look like a smoker." And I was like, "What? No? No? First of all, I'm allergic to cigarette smoke. And my lungs aren't very good to begin with. I know I don't have asthma now, but I had childhood asthma when I was a kid. And I'm not going down the possibility of smoking and aggravating all that to come back. But they were like, "You look like a smoker." And I looked at another kid and she looked at me and she looked at them and she was like, "What?" So we were both like, just like, "What?" You know, no, they were like, "You smoke cigarettes." And I was like, "Fucking no." You know, blasted assistants, where have they gone off to at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I have not the time for idle chit-chat. I have to reconfirm that aether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear when I find those assistants of mine. The Loripits are willing to help? Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 24 times already and haven't slept in weeks. Lazy sods. Oh my god, I wish I had thought to say that. Damn, that would have been a good comeback. Miss Kalcifer, you look like you smoke. The only smoking that's going on in here is your brain frying when I give you an assignment. My face? What's wrong with my... Oh, perhaps I am a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the Loripits in our decisions is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps their biology itself may offer some clue as well. I don't like the way y'all are talking. Consult with collaborators. I suppose that would be more efficient or effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips should the Aether Burner make our original estimates unfeasible. But there are simply too many variables. I feel as though my brow will turn inside out. But perhaps our learner associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. I don't think it's fine. Good God, it says 4 out of 8? Jesus Christ. How might I help you? My, what a lovely idea. I too notice people becoming rather tense. So I rushed out to pluck some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. Now I need only track down 100 or so cups. But don't you worry, I can manage. I hope you're planning to cheer everyone up as well. This woman is doing better than you are. Fucking lol. She's like, I fucking got it. But anyway, about my trip tomorrow, I have no clue. But my older sister has to drive to my place because she said her tires can't handle like the however long trip that we have to go. Because we got to drive like a couple of hours. Like we're not gonna get to where we're supposed to be at until like well into the night. So she's gonna drive to my house and we're taking my car. What the fuck? You can get Argos as a mount! No, Metal is not going. I didn't know you could get Argos as a mount. I like how your fucking reins are its fucking braids. Is anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a void spence. Played it as a piano. My feet and knees as drums and cymbals too. Oh, there's so many people. Well, I know that they're doing coffee tomorrow without me. Just leave me to my misery before I can appoint someone else. I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with? Truly? Well then, there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. I'm trying to give these people, like... I'm trying to give these people voices, kind of. What am I thinking about? The medical facilities of the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sage and Charligans. Good day, I forgot how to say that word. But to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in that great expanse is beyond any of us. To say nothing of the efforts that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. The crew from the moon? Why did I not think of that? The end of the world is nigh, yet the work goes no faster. Schedules are such a temperamental thing, feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet, I've never felt so alive! This one is beyond your help. Only sleep can save her now. Jesus Christ. These guys are popping up randomly, too. I gotta keep rechecking. So yeah, there won't be a stream tomorrow, so let me just go ahead and say that. I mean, I've already kind of said it, but no stream tomorrow. I will not be home until like Sunday. They're not easy to find. So I won't be home until Sunday. But Metal is off on Monday. And I kind of want to spend time with him. So I might stream on Tuesday. But if I stream on Tuesday, I have to stream early on Tuesday. And the reason I have to stream early on Tuesday is because I have a dentist appointment Tuesday afternoon. Worries. No, I believe I'm fine, thank you. I've been confiding in my colleagues, and it's helped a lot. Can't recommend it enough. Yeah, so I got a dentist appointment on Tuesday at like 1:30. Kitty boy. Purple kitty boy. Kinda cute. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt that we can make it up there, but searching for a new star, part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. Yeah. Dude, today was the last day I see my students for 2 months. Like, I have to work tomorrow, but that's to close out the year. And hell yeah, I'm about to be on vacay. I asked the forum, but they will only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on God knows what made by God knows who. You mean to say that I can speak with them directly? Amazing! I hope they like questions. You have a short tail. I'm team long tail. I'm team stretch that fucking tail out as far as it'll go. And then make it fluffy. Fluffy tail. I wish they were a little bit better with the graphics and the fluff though, because if you look at it, it's just like a little... I'll probably play something different on Tuesday then. Oh, hello. Level-headed. Concerns? Nah. Nay, there's no point in worrying at the stage. It'll only make the work go that much slower. God damn it, I don't need it more. Oh. But you're unconcerned. Apologies, but I'm awaiting a delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. Let's go to your location. Finding these people is hard when you can't fly. I'm literally just revisiting shit at this point. Oh, there you are. Yes, you idiot! Have you seen an envelope lying about? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic order. Whatever. I ordered that bloody slip of parchment. You're bald. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt they'd be more help than you, and you've wasted enough of my time already. It would be unfortunate for this for all involved to inflict this man upon the lower pits. God damn it! Where is this last fucking person? Am I just going in goddamn circles? Dude's random as fuck too. Like, what are you doing? Just watching it? I might just do Risk of Rain on Tuesday so that I'm not like interested in a storyline somewhere, and then I can just go to my appointment. I'm not streaming after though because I gotta get my teeth cleaned and it's gonna hurt. And my teeth always hurt after I go to a dentist. What really sucks is the fact that, you know, there's this, there is a nerve that runs on the bottom of your jaw. The fuck? Oh my god, where's this fucking person? Anyway, there's this nerve, right? That runs along your bottom jaw. And sometimes when people get numbed on their bottom jaw, they stay numbed. Well, that does not happen to good Kalcifer here. So my nerve in my bottom jaw is overactive. So even though I'm not getting like a cavity filled on Tuesday and I'm just getting a cleaning, that if that tells you anything about how my teeth will feel afterwards, the fact that they just, it sucks. And it's all because like the nerves in my jaw are, you're not even holding the book. I love it. Where the fuck is this last dude? Yeah, it's actually real fucking painful. Ugh. Nobody can assist me. There you are, you son of a bitch! My god, my chest is dying. Am I dying? Is this what it feels like to die? Oh, do pardon me, I didn't see you there. There's no cause for concern. I assure you, no cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment, and if the hull design buckles under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives, consuming all mankind. That is highly unlikely. Yes, highly unlikely. Highly... I'm giving myself a headache. Our visitors can help me triple check for structural flaws, you say? Well, that would be wonderful. Oh, I'm breathing more easily already. Were you up here? Because I, for fuck, was just running around this guy like a dipshit. It's fine to admit you're scared, you know. In the long run, Harry, most of you won't die when you put it that way. Why so much just... Well, so much... Yeah, this might seem accurate to me. Behold, Nera, through thine efforts, word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos. Verily, to a greater number than we anticipated. The living way doth gather more lore perts as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I pray thee. My nose is bleeding?
Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
How odd. I'm okay, though.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Like, it's not, like, active bleeding, but, like, I was like, man, my nose itches. And I just kind of, like, scritched it a little bit, and I was like, oh, that's blood. Hold on. That's not good.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
Fucking Sleeping Way is the goddamn...
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Lementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger.
Lementorum.
Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look, every every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget.
These are people he's naming who are no longer here.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Oh no. Oh, I know exactly, because the way Fankred said it. Is this Moonbreeda's parents? Oh, shit.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Wasn't your mark purple? Why is it black?
Wilson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
Dude, Moonbreeda dies early in this fucking game.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
I swear to God, Urianger was fucking Moonbreeda.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Alfei, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
Urianger, hunger back! Come on, you dipshit!
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser
Oh,
men,
don't do that.
musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in
I'm
the
about to cry. Oh God, I'm about to cry. There is nothing gets me more, and I don't know what it is, but like a strong character who I've never seen in a moment of weakness before. The fact that his arm, like he's not crying, but the emotion in just his shaking arms. Oh my God, y'all, I'm crying. Oh my God, Urianger.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me.
Look at him still shaking. Oh God, guys. Oh my God, I'm crying. I'm legit crying. Oh my God.
But in our hearts, we know We always know.
Stop it. Oh my god. I got tears running down my face.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others.
Oh my god. If he admits that he was in love with her, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others?
Autistic.
She had to mull it over for a while. Arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
I can't deal with Urianger looking so sad. Dude.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
Does Urianger have parents too, or is he technically an orphan? Don't.
To see the boy our daughter trusted and believed in more than anyone grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
But this just proves to you how diverse the Roganins can also look. Oh my god. No, don't! Don't do that. I just stopped crying.
I think I can feel her too.
Oh my god, I'm legit crying. Don't fucking have a shaky voice on top of it.
The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope.
I'm about to ugly cry. I'm about to legit ugly cry. This shaky voice, the shaky arms and then the shaky voice. Oh god, nothing gets me more. Oh my god. Stop it. That's not fair.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
I'm still gonna cry. I need to get out of this fucking cutscene. I need to get out of this fucking cutscene.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
Oh my god.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
Dude. Oh my god, I have legit cried.
And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
I cried when Horsefant died too, though. God. And you would get, if you played this, because Heaven's Ward is part of the free stuff. You would get to see that. You would get to see Horsefant. Come out as heartfelt cutscene of badass music. Okay, hold on. I had to blow my nose. Guys, I legit had tears streaming down my face. Oh my god. Like I said, there is nothing that gets me more than a strong character who has, like, you don't get to see them have a moment of weakness, like, ever. And so, like, they've been built upon as being, like, this calm, cool, collected kind of person who has everything together. They can talk their way out of certain things, like, they talk through their feelings, and they never really show you, like, true pain. But then when Urianger just when, and Urianger's a character who, like, does a whole bunch of shit, okay? In the beginning, he's kind of, like, hit or miss, and then he really grows as a character. He has a lot of good character development. But we never really see Urianger as, like, a crier or somebody who despairs. And he's always trying to... Yeah, and playing the free trial, you get to see Moonbrita in the Moonbrita stuff. So you get to see Moonbrita and Horschiefant with the free trial, which I think is totally worth it just for this. Just seeing this and my reaction to that, I think that'd be like, I'd be like, dude, let me go see what Kalcifer's talking about. So Urianger's built upon as being this character who's calm, cool, collected. He's got a lot of good character development. You know, he starts out as iffy. We really like Urianger now. You know, he changes over the course of this story. But we don't ever see him really cry or despair or any of that, and we never really see him break. And even though he did not cry, the fact that when he saw them, he was stuttering. He never stutters. Urianger never stutters. So he was stuttering. He didn't know if he was allowed to hug her back. And then when he did... So... he didn't know he was allowed to hug her back. Then when he did hug her, he ended up hugging her tighter and shaking. And that, seeing him shaking, I was like, oh my God. And I just started crying. And then his voice shaking and his voice cracking. And he's trying not to break. I just fucking cried, dude. Fuck. God damn it. Oh my God. Urianger is a lot different from Thancred. Thancred, we see a lot of emotion with Thancred. So it had to be Urianger for that moment to be so as powerful as it was. Oh my God. Dude. Like, as soon as Thancred said, like, he was talking about Louisoix and Papalymo and, did he say, he said somebody else too. Louisoix, Papalymo. Oh, Minfilia. Yeah. And then he said, and he looked over, and I was like, oh, fuck. Dude, I'm fucking telling you, I'm gonna go to an inn, and we're gonna watch Moonbrita come in. Oh, Naira, be assured that I am fine. I am. No, you're fucking not. Full glad to see them too after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, would have been far harder had I faced them alone. Dude, I can't with you, Urianger. These are the original boots that go with this outfit. I wish I could try on multiple. Yeah. I don't think it fits very well though, honestly. That was how my vibe is. Ahem, thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the Lorprits. Not disposed to rest on their laurels, several of our guests have elated to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, and so I shall remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alice. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know whose help she's less like to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my misfortune, I can think of several other things I ought to be doing. Until later. Blue, 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 blue. Two blue. Blue. Oh, what am I to do? Ah, you're that adventurer who helped out the students of Valdesian, aren't you? I suppose it matters not to you, but my son seems to have run away. I thought only researchers lived here. Ah, yes, simply put, my wife and I work at Aporia, and she happened to conceive whilst we were living here in Charlie and Hamlet. I assure you, we had many sleepless nights wondering if we should quit our jobs and leave Labyrinthos or entrust the child to a friend of ours who dwells somewhere more suitable. Ultimately, we decided to continue our work whilst raising the child here. After all, our research is focused on the very future that our offspring will inhabit. The issue, however, that the magic that prevents us from revealing anything confidential is too potent to be used on children. Of course, we can't allow that little one to roam freely. There's no telling what he might impart onto others, so he spent his entire life thus far within the confines of Charlie and Hamlet. We recently had a slight spat with him, and well, he decided to flee. Imagine me going after him would only make things worse. Could I ask you to talk to him in my stead? I'm sure he'd be much more willing to listen to anyone other than his parents at this point. Leave it to me? Thank you. What name is that? Verpolune? My boy is most likely in the plaza to the east. I cannot imagine he struck out any further on his own. Cool. Anyway. Oh, okay, I see. You're a visitor to Charlian, aren't you? You do look worldly. You do have a worldly look about you. As a gleaner, I too have journeyed far and wide. Tell me, what is the furthest you have ventured? A fucking another world? Is that meant to be in a jest? The look on your face tells me you're serious. Aye, you should do nicely. You see, I need a more experienced traveler to say a prayer for me before I leave for Girabanya. If you would do me the honor, the reactor operator, Rector, by the tower to the south should have a lantern crystal prepared for the purpose. Yep. No. Blues. Blues are prioritized. You didn't go very far, did you? Well, who are you? Oh, you're a bitch. Well, you know what? Side quests are not assumed. I'm not that bad. Are you here for the crystal? I hope it does some good for the gleaner. Those folks need all the luck they can get. Lanterns light the way through the darkness, a tool which can mean the difference between life and death. They are synonymous with safe passage, and as such, it has become custom in recent days to imbue the crystals inside with the prayers of a more seasoned traveler. And today, the traveler is you. Simply face the crystal and pray for the safety of the traveler to be, if you will. A colleague recently told me that the power of Aksha, a concept taught at Rad's hand, and how it reacts to strong emotion. I wonder if this method of praying to the crystal is a manifestation of that power. Well, that should do it. With luck, your prayers will help guide the gleaner safely through the perils of his journey. Blue sequestered. I'm going to, so my plan so far is to not start streaming all at once again like I was last summer. So I might take a few days because I gotta finish painting my house. I still haven't finished painting my house. I've lived here for almost 2 years now. And the last thing we really gotta do are the bathrooms and then the kitchen. And the kitchen's gonna take a minute because Metal hasn't decided what color he wants to do it yet. But I know what color the bathrooms are going to be. And I really want to get us moved into our master bathroom. Because there's a big... We can't take showers and stuff in it because there's a big plaster part on the wall and it's exposed, so we can't do a lot of like moisture in there just yet. And we've been meaning to paint, but work is hell. Yeah, our fucking we gotta paint our fucking bathrooms, dude. They're orange. The previous owners painted our bathrooms white and orange. And I'm like, dude. So I'm painting them a really pretty gray. And I know people give millennial shit about millennial gray. But the reason I do gray is because, like, it's not even like a light gray, it's a dark gray. And then it pairs really well with other colors. Like, my living room is black and gray. I have a giant one of my walls in my living room is solid black. Do you have a lantern crystal for me? One of my, my guest bedroom is also black and gray. You have my thanks. With your prayer fueling its light, I have faith that it will keep me safe until my return. And now I depart for Girabanya. I hope your travels are successful as well as mine. And then my master bedroom is blue and gray. Go away, green. Fucking mole. Look, buddy, if this is it, I'm not doing your fucking quest. You gotta chill. I am not going to go home so easily. You probably won't believe me either, but I noticed that all is not right in Labyrinthos. Why don't you try telling me first? Your ears are super pointy. Fine, I shall tell you what I've seen. The color of artificial light here changed recently. Did it? I'm sure most people haven't noticed, but when you've spent your whole life here, the difference is like night and day. Even so, no one will take me seriously when I bring it up, all because of my age. Got into a big fight with Father about it. The Labyrinthos is in danger. Who knows what will happen if the artificial sun broke. That's why I can't go home just yet. I need to get to the bottom of this first. Although I'm scared to venture outside on my own. They say there's countless monsters out there. God damn it, now I want to do this side quest. I don't suppose you could come with me. I could pay you. It's not much, but I do get pocket money from my parents. Nara would never take money like that. I thought you were different from the rest, but now you're treating me like a child too. This is a proper deal, alright? You gotta take my money to make it binding. Fine. Then it's settled. I'll come back and do the side quest. What's going on with you? Oh, I gotta make it. Oh, thanks, I hate it. One more. Boom. It took that much fucking HP off. Fucking lol. And so your ankle has broken. Squeal? Nara, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Well, I appreciate the assistance. We need to get these to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples, so try not to be too rough with them. Alphina should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. We have 3 minutes. Where's he gonna be? All the way down there? Oh my god, I have to walk? Hello, Mama Mac. Wait. Is there Hildebrand content? Hildebrand. Hildebrand is who I'm thinking about, right? Is there Hildebrand content in Endwalker? Am I thinking about somebody else? I'm thinking about Manderville. Is that the same person? I can't remember. It's been a while. Mama Mac, you missed the crying scene. It was terrible. We all cried. There is. Where's it at? Alphino, it took me like a legit minute to get here. Oh, you're helping with the crates. Wonderful. You can put it there with the others. Interesting. Yeah, my gratitude, but how did you become involved in this? Ugh. Then I suppose I have Thancred to thank as well. If you're wondering why we were tasked with bringing these boxes to Aporia to begin with, so was I. Turns out this is the base of operations of sorts. Those with final say-so as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. That should be everything. You carried all that at once. Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh, hush. They're lighter than they look, and not everyone has your delicate arms. I suppose we should let someone know that we finished. Theopoldin is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance at least. Considering where we are, we might even learn something interesting. Wait, you didn't finish Hildebrand? Dude, I did all the Hildebrand content. I literally, the only Hildebrand content I haven't done is Endwalker Hildebrand. But I've done all of the other stuff. God, it's never end, does it? What can I do for you? We brought samples from Charlie and Hamlet, Series 110. The crates are by the entrance. Ah, thank you. I expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. You are Fortuno's children, are you not? Alphino and Alice at your service. You're well acquainted with Father, I take it? Quite. I've been friends with your parents since our days in the studium. I remember when you were yay-high waddling hither and thither. Clearly it's been quite some time since we've met. 'Tis good to see you again, wielding your father's newliths, no less. You knew our parents when they were young? What were they like? Pray, spare no detail. I should like nothing more to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and reams of paperwork want for submission. We can help with that, in exchange for the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery, so how about you each take one? Wait, right there. You'll find the forum representative waiting to collect these near the southernmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her too long. Never mind Alphino and Alice. I'm certain they'll be back soon enough. Do you mean to tell me you're gonna fucking search again? Yep, I know exactly where you are. Are you not one of the scions of the 7th Dawn? I thought you were meant to be working on the Aether Burner. Theopolden's paperwork. I was beginning to worry he had misplaced his quill. I appreciate your help in seeing these documents to my hand at last. As for your other task, pray keep this between us, but I sincerely hope you scions succeed. The Exodus is, without a doubt, the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum, and so we must be circumspect in all aspects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At his heart, however, Charlian has ever been a nation of the curious. It would be a tragedy indeed if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of truth. Not all the Forum peeps are dicks. Basically, now I have this inner circle besides these. Theopolden, I just need one more Aether current, dude. Ma'am. Dude or ma'am? I don't know. Quick and efficient, I dare say you have a talent for this work. The twins' papers only needed to be delivered elsewhere in the facility, so they should be returning any moment. We return, with a scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons, you will note. You both have my thanks, and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a babe, you struggled out of your own swaddling clothes, and... There's quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories of our parents that we asked to hear, to reiterate. His name's Godbert. You'd have to play the game. Of course, I've known your father for so long, I must have something. Well, as you know, part of why the Louviere name garners such respect in Charlian is your family's storied history. You two can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard Nirenkamp's Hope, a lineage few can claim. I never thought much of it myself. 'Tis not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it was traditionally been a point of pride. 'Tis why Nirenkamp's pronouncement to renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason has ever been our family's creed. Yet you two, until your grandfather's time, Archon Louis-Sois looked not at Nirenkamp's words, but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his peers that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations that led him to conclude that the askew conflict at every turn was to co-sign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict and calamity will follow. Thus, to ignore the plight of those one might conceivably say is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well. Indeed, Archon Louis-Sois lived by that personal creed and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlian or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Fortunato could not reconcile Louis-Sois' deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and his peers, a philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fortunato agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fortunato's a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Yet even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I'd not seen since he first took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. But he is so frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that a given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. A profoundly annoying habit that you're on the other end of, as I'm sure you will agree. I'll say. Thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Try not to get me in too much trouble now. I need the forum on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure those specimens you brought make it to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. Hail, you three. Graha! Graha! Surely Coco hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, he has set me a task that requires more than my single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I want to check more. Oh, Graha, you always have my assistance. Unfortunately, Alistair and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. Oh, they both look at me. How about you, Naira? Can you spare the time? Perfect. This shouldn't take long. I need to be stopped. Oh, I need to be stopped. What's going on here? I can't fly. Where are y'all going? That's a lot of people. In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantine falls right out of the bloody sky and into my lap, Master Coco wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames of Kokoro's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of aether being funneled to his furnaces. There's so many people here. The flow of fire-aspected aether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, to which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Charlie and Hamlet once the adamantine arrives, if not before. This way then. Wait, I need to take a better look at Graha. Isn't... Graha's a sun kitty, isn't he? Graha, I need to look at you. Don't look. Don't do that. Turn your head around, sir. Oh my god. Quit! Oh my god, sir! Hold on. I'm on my shit, guys. No. No, I need you to stop. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. Give me a second. I need her to chill. Stop. I want to do a thing. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do a thing. Everybody chill. That's not it. Yes, here we go. I just want her to relax. Oh, that's not it. That's not the one. Hold on. Let me exit out of this. Damn. I wanted to do a thing. I just wanted her to chill. I had an idea, that's why. I want to do a thing like this. But I kind of wanted him to be looking this way. I like it. I like the idea. I like the idea. Yeah, stop it. No, okay. I need her to chill. Oh, perfect. I forgot I could click him. Oh, he follows with his eyes. That's cool. But I wanted her point of view. I want her to look without moving. I'm not very good at this. Rather than doing what I'm supposed to, I'm playing on the fucking camera. Here we go. Okay, let's flip both. Right? Okay, for him, I want you to not look. Can't get it like that though. Is there a way? To have you tragic. Okay, first person on him, yeah. But if I click that... Wait. Yeah, because it does both. Wait. There we go. No? Damn. Because I wanted her more to look at him. And I wanted him to look at her. You know what? It'll be fine. I like this angle. Oh my god. I need to be stopped. I need to be stopped. Cool. Whoa. Okay, wait. I need you to do it from there. Oh, that's good. I like it like this, where she's... Because it kind of looks like she's looking at him. I like it. I need to be stopped. Okay, yeah, let's get out of the speed moves before I do too much. Alright. See, I wanted this! Where he was looking at her, too. That's not gonna happen. Hi, Graha, I'm back. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the fire aether output. Don't get hurt. When I do, a rather large amount of water aspected aether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which would both rather not be drawn into the reactor itself, trust me. Can I ask you to put down any that draw too near? They'll pose you little trouble, I'm sure. Wait here if you would. I wish I was good at G-pose stuff. I might enlist a friend and be like, hey, I'll fucking pay you if you do this fucking screenshot for me. Oh, oh well. Actually, if I'm gonna do that route, I want, like... If I'm gonna do that, I just want fan art made. Hi, Graha. Did everything go smoothly out here? I thought as much. No major complication to speak of inside either. And the water aether appears to be venting properly. I expect Coco will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time I return. You're not. You're floating. You're floating. Since I have you here, there's another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I shared with Everin, yet you, and only you, have been to Elpis. As we have established, refined adamantine is a product of Alleg, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It was a material which saw much use as part of the Allegans' efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamold, of course, being the most prominent. Of those who would push further, expand Alleg's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Amon. Did he remember his life as Hermes? I believe he had his own reasons. There is no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea of such fervor? This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls, like minds, have a personality, so to speak, a natural disposition towards which they are inclined? We know with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Alec that moved him on to resurrect Emperor Xande. Shande? The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Jean's return, Amon provided those languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Xande been conceived by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those around him lived, and he could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope at the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequences of their own actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment, and yet... To reach those stars on wings of adamantine, to travel the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. But enough musings for now. Why don't we see how Kokol is getting on? I'm sorry, guys. I simped for Graha a little too hard right there at the end. know, my nose bled for like approximately 2 seconds, and then it stopped, and I don't understand what happened. Whee! I started crying. That's what happened. I was like, we can't bleed in while she's crying. It's weird. Oh, look, it's 3 hours. Shit. Phew, I can feel those flames ablazing from here. Glad you found someone capable, Graha, but there's not much left for you to do, lest you can conjure up that refined adamantine any faster. Shit. You know how I'm always like, at least let me pick up the next quest. Well, we're here. I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do, only... I hate waiting. I want that adamantine, and I want it now. Fuck you, dude. We're sure your impatience, I assure you. Is there anything else we can assist with in the meantime? I wish. This sitting about's unbearable. Pity the Forum frowns on recreational explosions. Well, so long as they can't prove it was premeditated. Get you gone. I have mistakes to make. Fucking lol. Ziggs, is that you? In that case, I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure that nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. I'm certain there are better uses for your time, however. I will join you in Charlie and Hamlet anon. Stitch. Fine. My day tomorrow will just be me doing a whole bunch of administration work, basically, anyway. Who's gonna teleport? Hi, fuckers, I'm here.
All set, I take it?
Oh, hell yeah, voiced.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperates, too, have run their course.
Keep calling them Loperates.
Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have, for the most part, been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Are you gonna walk me there? Okay, what's this?
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
I swear to God.
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
Look at that fucking bun. Oh shit.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely, these can't all be.
Look at this bun. Right here, this one. Is that you, Sid? Friends! I had done that raid! Do they show up if you don't do that raid?
They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
What, do they show up if you haven't done their quest? Does Kate Sith and the air pirates not show up if you hadn't done that raid? I need somebody to tell me if they don't.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like
don't
you
these
took a
guys
dozen
hate
steps
fuck?
inside a Dalamud shard.
These guys totally
I'll
hate
have
fuck.
you know, I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Hell yeah, Sky Pirates.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party.
This poor Charlian chick is like freaking a whole ass out. The little Lalafell who's like, we don't have the permits for this, what are you doing? She's having a fucking meltdown. Because nobody's listening to her.
Relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
Remember that time Alphino bought a fucking katana and Tatru about killed his ass?
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements. Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause.
Oh shit, wow.
Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onakoru, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
I did all that raid too. Did that whole sequence of raids.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
I've also done all those raids. And if the first could get
our
here.
Majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenar Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
Fucking Tataru.
We funded the venture. When?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
The true leader of the Scions.
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
Tatu.
We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very
Alphinaud's
founding
mom.
of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
I knew it as soon as she started saying it. I was like, oh, Alphinaud's mama. Alphinaud and Alice's mom has been funding them the entire time.
Amelians.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
So we just found out that the reason the Scions have had the money to do everything that they've needed to do has been because of Alphinaud and Alice's mom has been like, I thought we were too fucking rich. Might as well spend it on my children. And she's been giving the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, which is Alphinaud, Alice, Ariane, Jay, and all of them. She's been like, yep, I'm gonna, here's a donation.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
Fucking lol. Hell yeah, Mom.
Waste not.
Oh, he's like, oh my god. What are you looking for?
However did you manage so much in so short a time now? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Erenville, you were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthus. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte.
NTR.
I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless undiscovered wonders.
Okay.
I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters.
If you can't, I'll just...
Rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed.
I'll just ask Metal if I forget to ask you.
To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
WOL is Warrior of Light.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon?
I was wondering when the fuck we were gonna get Sid in.
And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Your main character.
Sid,
your character is Warrior of Light.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
And there's Nero.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlwind before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
Okay.
He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise. So we offer none of the latter.
Mm-hmm. Sid, why weren't you here earlier, though? Why didn't we call you earlier?
What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it, too.
Oh, okay. Hello. Nero.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard.
Oh my god. Hoary Boulder. That's his name, Hoary Boulder.
I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them.
Is it because oh my god, if you don't remember the Wurlet mention, did you not finish, Big Soft Taco? I couldn't think about what to call it, so I was like, what's our joke about it? Keef, did you not finish Big Soft Taco by the time? Oh my god. Ruby weapons in them. Oh my god, so I got dialogue you didn't get because I finished it. Amazing. Oh my god, guys, because we finished the Big Soft Taco questline, we got that whole interaction. Oh my gosh. He was like, we stopped by Wurlet. I was like, what? Hold on. An Allegan fucking okay. Maybe. I love the ruby weapon fight though. And the fucking diamond weapon fight is awful, but you know what? It's great. Big soft taco, the big soft taco, the big soft taco, the big.
Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the gobby booms.
This is why I do all the side stuff. All the side raids are great because they add to the story.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat Han not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Sonur, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ajdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion.
Aww.
My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, very well.
Magar Somar even said something? I love it.
Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
Who's this guy
You'd
again?
be hard-pressed to
Oh,
find
he's behind
someone
me.
else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales.
This guy.
So I invited myself.
You okay, dude? You good? You look so sad.
Look at me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent. Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power! What we could blow up!
Okay, Ziggs, chill out.
If Kokol is duly convinced,
Kokol.
then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Oh shit.
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
Yeah, technically Alice and Alphino are still technically like teenagers. I don't know when they're supposed to grow up.
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then
Don't
I
make
will
me cry
bear it
too.
with you.
Don't make me cry too. Don't make me cry too.
I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family.
Oh my god. God damn it. Stop it. Stop it. You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst.
Don't do this shit to me. I already cried once. I'm already emotional.
It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming.
Shut up, careless.
And a conviction
Oh my god.
so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures.
I figured you were trying to protect your children this whole time. Oh, don't do that.
The great exodus would succeed. Must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children.
You just want, I know he just wanted to save his kids. I had been figuring it out like as we've been going. Like he just I don't think I've mentioned it too. That the reason Fortuno's such a dickhead is because he just wants to protect Alice and Alphino. That's all he cares about. He just told us he had just been told about the final days when his children were born, and he was like, oh my god, what's going to happen to my kids? Like, he was already worried about him and his wife, and then his children were born, and they grasped him, and he felt so much love and anger for them because the world's gonna die. He just doesn't know when.
A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart.
Stop it.
It was his doing when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship.
Don't cry. Your eyes are wet. I don't like it.
I was wrong.
Yeah,
you
bad
two
timing.
have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Don't do that. Your voice is killing me.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
And he's doing this in front of everybody.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed.
I mean, they were way
All that we
more
have
wet.
seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful.
Ah, here's Mom. Mom's in the corner.
Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Amelians.
Okay, hold on. We're going back into... Yep.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger.
Don't glare at me.
Yours, in particular.
I mean... Okay, hold on, wait.
I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Everybody here I've helped. Don't give me an option. God damn it. Ooh, okay. Like, I have done all of the side raids and stuff, so I have, like, things that are showing up that...
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Charlian has always been a neutral party, or like a neutral thing. And now we're here. Oh my god, there's gobbies. There's gobbies in Charlemagne. We finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued us an invitation. As we agreed, he will reveal the means by which Hylan may be contacted. We are to meet him and Emperora when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, the Forum's method of speaking with her is not without risks. I'm curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with Adamantine have offered to stay and see any remaining tasks that need doing. The Forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Thatcher's a fucking bomb beast. Thank you, Thatcher. We're off to Apora then. I know, I was just like, mwah. And everybody was like, hell yeah! I'm not doing any walking. Okay, I am gonna actually end it here. It's time to go. It's time to get out of here. Because I've literally got to get the fuck off. That'll be our good stopping point. So, minions, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I know, but I have to go to work in the morning and then I have to drive. So, no. The next quest is meaty and I actually have to pee. So, this has been Kalcifer, the great and powerful fire demon, queen of hell, empress of the ethereal flame, overlord of the eternal flame. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I cannot call out sick because I have not finished any of the things that I have to do. So I absolutely have to go to work. Yeah, I can't call out on the last day. I would have needed to put that in forever ago, and I would have needed to have finished all of my tasks today to miss tomorrow. So I absolutely have to go. The kids are not going to be with me tomorrow. It's just going to be all adults, so I don't have to worry about them. So I have to have... I actually got paid yesterday. But I have to have everything done by 11:30 in the morning. And tomorrow, after tomorrow, starts my summer break. So, tomorrow is also the last day I'll know if I'm, not returning next year, but I'm pretty sure that we're okay. So, pray for me. Just whatever you gotta do. Because every morning I get up and I get in the car and I'm like, please, whoever is anywhere, whatever being exists in this vastness of this cosmos, let me keep my job. Because I don't want to have to find a new one. And I'll talk to you guys some more about it next time, but I got some news about it if I'm not pink slip tomorrow, which I don't think I will be because I think I've already done that. So, anyway, I gotta pee. I gotta get out of here. Minions, I will not be streaming tomorrow because, like I said, I have to go. Oh god, now we got a whole fucking thing. I have to go to my little sister's graduation this weekend, so I will not be streaming tomorrow because I have to do a really, really long drive tomorrow. I will be back on Sunday. I will probably not stream on Monday. I will try and stream on Tuesday, but not a long stream on Tuesday because I gotta get my teeth. I gotta go get my teeth cleaned. I was about to say fixed. No, I gotta get my teeth cleaned. Yeah. So, question. We got 3 people on that we could rate, right? So we got Mama Potat, Techno, and Mommy Devils. So who do you want me guys? Who do you guys want me to drop you off with? Oh gosh. To drop you off at? Mama Potat's playing Skyrim, Techno's playing Monster Hunter, and Mommy Devils is playing... Well, no, it looks like she's playing Stray. No, she's playing Stray. Mama Potat is playing Stray. Can we raid Potat? We can raid Potat. We haven't raided Potat in a minute. She's playing Stray. I need to replay Stray. I thought about that the other day. I want to replay Stray because I only need 2 more achievements for Stray, and then I will have completed all of my achievements for Stray. I don't remember what achievements I need for it, though. Oh, I know what achievements I need for it. I need to be able to scratch in every level. I'm about to pull it up. Oh, let's look. I need to scratch in every level. Yeah, scratch in every chapter. And then I need to complete the game in less than 2 hours. Those are the only two, because I did most of my other... y'all, I even have the sleep for more than 1 hour achievement on Stray, because I legit saw that and I put that bitch, I laid the kitty down and then I just left for the game running for an hour. It's literally an hour. So I had to do that. But eventually, I will do that eventually. Close that. Anyway, I know I'm talking too much. Alright, we're gonna start our raid. Again, minions, this has been Kalcifer, the great and powerful fire demon and queen of hell, empress of the ethereal flame, overlord of the eternal flame. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, whatever time it is for you minions, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. I will also give you guys an update for if I survive this weekend or not. So I'll do that, because I know some people are going to ask me to be like, hey, text me when you get to where you're going so we know you survived. And I'm going to be like, cool, I'll do that. So, I'll just let you guys know. Okay. And minions, we are ready in a 3, and a 2, and a 1 rating. Good night, minions. See you Tuesday. And I am out of here.